Hello everybody and welcome to the Future Games Show Summer Showcase. My name is Britt Barron and I play Tifa Lockhart in the Final Fantasy VII Remake series. But for the next 90 minutes, the gloves are off. Instead of wailing on Shinra troops, I'm here to deliver some video game news. Joining me on this quest through the trailer dungeon is the one and only Roger Clark. Howdy, Roger.
Howdy, Brett. Pleasure to be here. I'm Roger Clark, though you may know me best as the lovable rogue Arthur Morgan from Red Dead Redemption 2. We've got a hell of a show for you today, packed to the brim with world premieres, developer presentations, and everything in between. So hitch up your horses and settle in.
As we mosey on through this action-packed show, keep in mind that you can find and wishlist any of the games featured today on our dedicated Summer Showcase Steam page. To find it, just search Future Games Show on Steam.
Well, I think we've already hit our cowboy quip quota, so let's dive right in to our first world premiere.
Fruit of the Alchemist.
That was your first look at Bogdan's Cross, a grisly action-adventure game coming to Steam and the Epic Games Store. Be sure to add it to your wish lists.
Next, we've got a gameplay trailer for First Dwarf, a third-person action RPG where you build and defend bases on a crumbling fantasy planet.
Every day in Driftlands feels like your first. Perhaps because each nightfall feels like it might be your last. One thing remains constant. Nothing beats the thrill of excitement a new sunrise brings. It's these moments that give you the power to venture out and explore the uncharted. even when you believe your task is complete.
Firstdorf is launching in early access on the 20th of June.
But if you can't wait till then, the developers just dropped a demo on Steam, so you can jump in right after the show.
Now it's time to dive into the rain-slick world of Nobody Wants to Die, a cyberpunk detective thriller powered by Unreal Engine 5.
Hi, my name is Michał from Critical Hit Games, and I'm the studio's community manager. And we are located in the beautiful medieval city of Wrocław in Poland. Right now, we are working on Nobody Wants to Die. It's a single-player interactive noir story set in a dystopian New York City. It's inspired by neo-noir films, black and white detective movies, Art Deco stylings, but set hundreds of years into the future. You will discover the world of New York in the year 2329, where immortality comes at a price that someone has to pay. Choosing the perfect music and composer for this game was so important. It allows players to feel truly immersed in this world we have built. We're honored to be able to work with Mikołaj Stroiński to create an incredible soundtrack for Nobody Wants to Die. Our small team of 20 has been working hard on this game for the last 4 years, and our aim from the start was to deliver a great narrative and a graphical experience for players in our dystopian world. The music helps us to shape the emotion we want players to feel in each moment, setting the rhythm and atmosphere for New York 2329. Its melodic and moody theme beautifully encapsulates the noir essence of the game, setting the stage for an immersive experience like no other. We're so pleased that 2 million of you watched our reveal trailer that we released a few months ago, and today we're excited for you to get a glimpse into some of Nobody Wants to Die's core settings, including Detective James Carr's apartment. What you're looking at here are exclusive in-game shots captured from our PC build. This is our vision of the future. You will experience the story of Nobody Wants to Die from a first-person perspective, through the eyes of Detective James Carr. Through our narrative, we wanted to explore the dangers of transhumanism and immortality. In a society where death is a distant memory, the lines of right and wrong start to get a bit blurry. We're planning to release Nobody Wants to Die later this year on Xbox Series XS, PlayStation 5 and PC on Steam. Thanks for watching and enjoy the rest of the show.
Nobody Wants to Die is coming later this year. What's next, Britt? Britt! Britt! Interesting. I'm just gonna head backstage and see what's going on here.
Welcome to the world of Detective Dotson, Roger. It's an adventure game set in India where you use disguise and parkour to track down your father's killer.
Sounds great. One question. How do we get back to our human bodies?
I'm not sure, but watching this new trailer can't hurt, right?
Detective Dotson is coming to PC in 2024, and the developers just launched a demo for the game on Steam, so you can dive in after the show. While you're there, why not add it to your wish lists?
During this year's Spring Showcase, our host cracked open the Ones to Watch yearbook, spotlighting 3 of the most hotly anticipated games coming in 2024.
In keeping with that tradition, we've got another trio of games to share that should definitely be on your wish lists.
First on our list is Once Human. Let's throw it over to the developers so they can tell you more about this new weird survival shooter.
Hello, Metas. Welcome to the mysterious world of Once Human. I'm Derek, the head of operation of Once Human.
Yesterday, we revealed that Once Human will launch on PC on the 9th of July 2024.
I'm very honored to introduce Once Human to both new and old friends today and bring you more exclusive news. Once Human is a post-apocalyptic overworld survival game where we'll take on the role as a meta, striving to survive in a world corrupted by stardust and exploring the enigmatic North Perth continent. You must fend off outraged creatures alongside other metas, reclaim the old world, and uncover the truth behind the apocalypse. Many have labeled us as the most anticipated survival game of 2024, and I will tell you what makes Once Human so you. Your adventure will unfold in a seamless overworld. You'll venture through treacherous mountains, sandy beaches, foggy swamps, wild plains, rushing waterfalls, dark caverns, and mysterious underwater and frigid tundras. Your exploration will stretch the boundaries of your imagination. The diverse flora and fauna in the overworld add more possibilities to your journey. Let's see what survival skills you've got. Hunting, fishing, and planting are all part of the experience. The influence of stardust has led to widespread mutations across the continent. Stay cautious of the mutated deviants and fanatical cultists lurking in strongholds, as well as areas shrouded in deep fog and riddle spots scattered across the land. As you may know, what makes us different is our monster design. In Once Human, the enemies that you ever encountered might be something that you never seen before. Animal, a new species born from the influence of stardust, will pose one of your greatest threats. The Wanderer, a walking buff that roams the world with its searchlight, and the Laura, a monstrosity that resembles an excavator, are just a few to watch out for. In the future, you will encounter even more cryptic creatures in the skies above and the oceans below. Don't forget about the rift entities. Some of them are packing giant Gatling guns, some look like massive trees, and others might even haunt your dreams. Bad for luck, Metas. Did I mention that Once Human might be one of the most diverse open-world survival games out there? You must eliminate threats in strongholds and dungeons for materials to craft your custom equipment. Plus, you can capture deviations from all over the world and use their special abilities to help you out. Rex is your chef, Nutcracker handles security, and the Kana Skull is a bodyguard. You can build your settlement anywhere in the overworld, or even create a mobile hall. With over 4,000 metas in a server, watch out for ambushes and looting. Remember to forge alliance with others to build settlements and get in on 12 vs 12 compressible round. And that's not all. Once Human is committed to providing unique and constantly updated content for players all over the world. We also aim to cater different players' preferences. We've got themed seasons and all kinds of challenges rolling out soon. These include PvE world bosses and PvP content that encourages you to pillage and plunder. But wait, there's more. We're also adding survival challenges where meta must compete for extremely scarce resources. The creativity of Once Human doesn't stop there. You can unleash your imagination by building island, a truly unique internal land. Feel free to customize the island to your liking and even change the objective of the season. We create the world, and you bring it to life.
Once Human for PC is coming your way on the 9th of July 2024, so don't forget to add it to your Steam wishlist.
On the 10th of June, we'll kick off the final round of open beta of Steam. Don't miss out the exclusive cosmetics on the first day. Free downloads are now available, and you won't want to miss the opportunity. Get ready to delve into the unknown. See you on the other side, Menace.
Once Human launches on July 10th, but you can play the Steam demo when it drops on June 10th next week.
And if you enjoyed that section, watch out for 2 more ones to watch deep dives later in the show.
We've got another world premiere for you now. It's a co-op game where you have to synchronize your movements to succeed. Let's see it!
Oh, yes.
Whoa, nice work.
Oh, here you are.
Oh,
Hello. We're off on a magical adventure. I've got a purple X.
I have the purple X.
I guess if you hit that.
Oh yeah, I press. Okay, can you move it across? Okay, and now send it all the way.
Hey. Okay, I'll jump. Ah, that opens a panel for me above the door.
Okay, what does it say, please?
We'll figure it out.
And bear in mind, if I get this wrong, it's just everything the other way around, okay?
Okay, I'll remember that.
Yeah.
Nice.
I will hit that.
Oh,
Oh,
it moved. Oh, very nice.
I wish you'd stop doing it.
I'll let you through there and you can have an explore.
Oh, see ya.
Wait, no, just the explore.
In Sync is coming soon, so stick it on your wish lists. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Britt, but it looks like we're going back to back with world premieres.
I think you might be right. We've fished another one out for you guys, and if you ask me, it's, whoa, kind of a prize catch. Wow. See what I did there?
Yeah.
I'm hilarious.
Peggy 12.
Dive back into one of last year's most beloved indie games when Dredge, the Iron Rig, launches on August 15th.
You know, speaking of beloved indies, we are pleased to be launching our very own future game show Humble Bundle. It features a curated selection of games that have appeared in our shows over the years.
So if you like what you see, head to the URL and name your price, and by doing so, you'll be supporting the developers and Humble's chosen charities.
Back to the trailers now. In this next section, we're spotlighting 7 games to keep on your radar.
Frag your friends with the help of roguelike upgrades in this fast-paced, genre-blending online shooter. Diabotical Rogue lets you pick between 3 specializations to cause carnage on the battlefield in hectic 4v4 matchups. It launched in early access on Steam and Epic Games on June 4th, 2024. So yep, you can play it right now. What turns a person into a narcotics dealer? A dealer into a cartel boss? Find out in DDS 2, an action-packed sim where you climb the criminal ladder and fight off the competition. Establish contracts, expand your hideout, and move your product in a dynamic open world that supports solo play as well as co-op with up to 3 players. DDS2 is coming to PC on June 20th, 2024. Keep your eyes on this one, says Local Thunk, developer of breakout hit Balatro. Star Vaders is a tactical roguelike deck builder where you pilot a mech to defend humanity from an alien scourge. Players can customize their digital decks to take out the intergalactic invaders with Eureka Moment synergies. Star Vaders is coming soon to PC, and you can check out the demo on Steam after the show. Step into the shoes of a plucky airship pilot in Clockwork Ambrosia, a steampunk Metroidvania where the focus is on crafting rule-breaking weapons and armour. Explore gorgeous pixelated worlds to uncover the secrets of a missing civilization, enlisting curious companions and taking down leagues of automatons. Check out the Clockwork Ambrosia demo on Steam today. Turn foes into friends and search for your lost soulmate in Sword of the Necromancer Resurrection, a 3D remake of the 2021 action RPG from Grimorio of Games. A dungeon crawler steeped in mystery, players must level up, collect gear, and recruit fallen enemies to survive in atmospheric environments. Fight past death and twist fate when Sword of the Necromancer Resurrection drops on PC and consoles later this year. Anton Blast is an explosive action platformer inspired by the GBA greats. Race, bounce, and slide your way through surreal, destructible environments, wielding a mighty hammer to bash goons and topple the game's eclectic bosses. Anton Blast is dashing onto Nintendo Switch and PC this November 12th, but there's a dynamite demo available right now on Steam. Find your new home on the galaxy's edge in Farlands, an intergalactic farming sim with a cozy pixel aesthetic. Chop weeds and build a community as you chart the stars for resources to save your local star system from destruction. Farlands is launching in early access on July 24th, but there's a demo out today on Steam, so you can dive in right after the show. 3 hits and you're out. Step into the ring in Big Boy Boxing, a slapstick boss rush adventure inspired by the Punch-Out series. Quirky opponents are brought to life by fluid animations as you bob, weave and jab your way through the clobbering ranks, learning attack patterns and upgrading your skills to succeed. Big Boy Boxing is coming soon, so make sure it's on your wish lists.
Remember, you can find all of today's games on our dedicated Future Games Show Steam page. Search for Future Games Show on Steam, and you can start digging into the demos and fleshing out your wish lists.
Special delivery! Our friends at Billy Goat Entertainment have sent us a new trailer for Parcel Core, the studio's extreme sports courier simulator. Let's take a look.
Hello, judacious viewer. At Billy Goat Entertainment, we're strong believers in the old adage, art from adversity, which is why we've decided, completely of our own volition and certainly not under any form of duress, to commit to delivering our new video game, Parcel Core, this
September 3rd.
That's right, on
September 3rd.
You'll have the opportunity to assume your role in the gig economy, ensuring your board of directors can collect their annual dividends. You'll have to placate a colourful cast of business operators, from florists to medical professionals to leaven fried dough vendors to themed beverage sellers to more themed beverage sellers, enabling you to avoid defaulting on your debts for another month. So, please help us by wishlisting Parcel Core today. And remember, you'll find us on the streets on
September 3rd, 2024.
We're pleased to reveal that Parcel Core will be coming to PC, PlayStation, and Xbox on September 3rd, 2024. You can also check out the demo, which just went live on Steam.
Our next game is a mind-blowing, interdimensional platformer where, you know what, I'm not even going to try to explain it. Just check this out.
Playground is coming soon, so wishlist it on Steam. And if you think about it, Roger, that's technically 2 games for the price of 1.
It's a steal!
Yeah.
Switching gears now, as we've got a trailer to share from our friends at Netflix. Here's a look at some of the new games coming to the platform later this year.
We are having fun. Resisting temptation will be hard for you.
Thank you to Netflix for sending over that trailer.
We've got another world premiere for you now. This game lets you exploit a gang of unruly mercenaries for your own selfish gain.
Time to dazzle these idiots. Hey, my good townsfolk, have I got a story for you. I have tirelessly explored the wilds and found epic loot. I can kick any monster's ass, even the nastiest nightmares. I rip them apart. Even when facing death, I never give up. Why? Because I'm a hero, and I'm here to protect you. Oh, cut the crap! You're no hero! Obviously, they did all the fighting. You fighting? To gain XP? Ha! Who needs XP when you're famous? Happy bastards!
Let the fools do your dirty work in Happy Bastards, which is coming soon. What's next, Britt?
We're checking in with the Relic First Guardian, an apocalyptic Souls-like from Project Cloud Games. The Relic First Guardian is coming soon to PlayStation and PC. What have you got for us all the way over there, Roger?
Well, it's a nice problem to have, but we simply have too many games to show you. So we're going to throw it out to a series of back-to-back trailers and check in with you guys in a little bit.
Works for me. Shall we go grab a drink?
That would not be disagreeable. I hear you make a really good Cosmo Canyon.
Oh, I'd love to whip one up for you.
Yes, please.
Peggy 12.
So the funny thing is that his name actually was Lenny, so he thought everyone was screaming about him, going, Lenny!
Okay.
Oh, welcome back.
Hi, did you enjoy those trailers? Good, because there's more where that came from.
Let's get back into it with a new trailer for The Precinct.
ACPD, drop it now.
My advice, keep your head down. Don't piss off the chief. Stick to your beat, and maybe, just maybe, you'll get to retirement in one piece like me.
You, stop there.
We got him in handcuffs, dispatch. 10-4, aerial unit inbound. Central, be advised, suspect missed the spikes. Central to all units, bank robbery in progress.
Cuff him up, boot. All right, kid. You did good today. I'll see you in the morning.
That was The Precinct, which is coming to PC, PlayStation, and Xbox on August 15th, 2024.
If you like to try before you buy, then good news. Every game in this next section has a demo attached that you can play after the show.
Days are coming! Any of you dimwits still breathing?
My turn. He'll feel that in his ganglion.
First up is Motor Do, a gnarly BMX roguelike that blends Tony Hawk's Pro Skater with Vampire Survivors.
Next up is Angeline Era, a non-linear adventure game where you dodge traps and bump/slash enemies to save an ancient world.
Here's 10 Dead Doves, a psychological horror game where you seek out an urban legend in the Appalachian wilderness.
Servonauts is next, a couch co-op party game where you wield wobbly pipes to manage the galaxy's most chaotic gas station.
Design the future in Dystopica, a cozy cyberpunk city builder where you can create the metropolis of your dreams.
Next in line is Guntouchables, a co-op roguelite where teams of preppers repel an evolving mutant invasion.
And this is Wild Bastards, a rootin' tootin' roguelike shooter where you manage a crew of intergalactic outlaws. And last but not least, this is Metal Suits, a run-and-gun space shooter starring a cyborg veteran out for revenge.
Head to the Future Games Show Steam page to find all those demos and everything else featured in today's show.
Britt, I've got someone I'd like you to meet. Goes by the name of Eugene McQuacklin. They're a private eye, following the breadcrumbs of a foul salami scheme.
A duck detective? Please, say no more.
The truth. The truth is an ugly mistress. But I ain't no ugly duckling.
Hi, I'm Johnny.
And I'm Annika, and we're from Happy Broccoli Games.
Right now we're working on Duck Detective The Secret Salami, where solving crime is no walk in the pond. You are a down-on-his-luck detective who also happens to be a duck.
I was a freshly divorced duck, not able to pay next month's rent.
Use your powers of deduction to inspect evidence, fill in the blanks, and bust the case wide open in a narrative mystery adventure that's not quite as it seems.
Everyone has a motive, or a secret.
Duck Detective is a 2 to 3 hour long mystery game that's inspired by games like Return of the Obra Dinn and Case of the Gold Idol. The game is fully voiced, and of course it has a dedicated quack button.
Today we're really excited to share with you that Duck Detective is coming to mobile later this year.
Now you can already play Duck Detective on Steam and Switch.
Thanks for watching, and we hope you enjoy the rest of the show.
Hannah! I'm a different duck now. I haven't had a slice of bread in weeks. Duck Detective, The Secret Salami.
Duck Detective, The Secret Salami, is out now on PC and Nintendo Switch, with mobile ports coming later this year.
This next trailer is for the RPG fans out there. Sacrifier is inspired by the 90s classics and features a soundtrack composed by Motui Sakuraba.
Few are worthy of the title you are about to receive. The bishops are more than soldiers. They are guardians.
He took the Malcora.
Enough!
Ezekiel, the dome is under attack. You must retrieve the Malcora. Statues coming to life. Am I dreaming? Get what you deserve. Damn it! Where did the thief go? Give me the Malcora! No!
Sacrifier is coming soon, but the playtest just went live on Steam. If you want to try it out before launch, I feel like it's time we add another game to our yearbook, right, Britt?
I think that's a good idea. You know what? More than a decade later, we're finally getting a sequel to Warhammer 40k Space Marine. Space Marine 2 is landing in September, and here's everything you need to know about it.
Nothing will survive our wrath.
chainswords at the ready because Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2 is staining the pages of our Ones to Watch yearbook with gallons of Xeno's blood. Space Marine 2 is the hotly anticipated follow-up to Relic Entertainment's 2011 third-person shooter. Helmed by Saber Interactive this time around, Space Marine 2 promises even more guts and glory for up to 3 players across its galactic co-op campaign. You are dropped into the clanking, capable boots of Lieutenant Demetrian Titus, voiced by Clive Standen of Vikings fame.
Delta Wing, report.
The spores collapsed the bridge. There's no way through.
Get into assault position by the bridge.
Let us show them some of Ultima's hospitality!
Come forth and be slaughtered.
Titus is a true Space Marine, the Emperor's personal angel of death, a stoic ultramarine with a penchant for defending the Imperium. Though at the start of the game, he's dealing with the aftermath of a suspicious demotion and an even more pressing existential matter: the Terranid scourge threatening mankind. Space Marine 2 will transport players to the front lines of the Fourth Tyrannic War, with hundreds of creatures coating the screen as you trudge through the biomes of perilous planets. From Terranid warriors, Hormagaunts, gargoyles, and quite likely much larger foes, you'll be overwhelmed in short order if you and your team don't keep your wits about you. The grisly combat blends over-the-shoulder shooting with a deep melee brawling system, allowing you to parry, dodge, pull off brutal combos, and execute your enemies to top up armor supplies.
You will pay, you rotten cowards!
It's a metal maelstrom of chaotic conflict, and we're excited to see what Titus and the gang will face up against when the game launches later this year. Space Marine 2 is coming to PlayStation, Xbox and PC on the 9th of September, so there's still plenty of time to scrub up on the wealth of 40k lore before you suit up and ship out on this gnarly Warhammer adventure.
Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2 is coming to PC, PlayStation, and Xbox on September 9th, 2024. We still have one more game to add to our yearbook, so keep an eye out.
Before we get to that, though, how about another world premiere?
Yeah. Okay, but, I have to admit this is a bit of a wild one. I think it needs a Wrangler's touch. Just give me a second. Whoa, easy now. You're all right. You're all right. Stop it. Stop it. Just 1 second.
Peggy 12.
Toe-to-toe with Capybara Thanos in Multiverse of Nonsense, a brand new DLC pack for Goat Simulator 3. It's coming to PC, PlayStation, and Xbox on the 19th of June, and you can wishlist it now on Steam.
By the way, if you're enjoying the show, you can let us know.
Head to the link on screen now and fill in the survey to be in with the chance of winning some great prizes courtesy of MSI.
All right, time for something completely different. This year, the Future Games Show is launching a new initiative to help increase the visibility of up-and-coming indie games.
We've created a video submission form so that game makers from around the world can pitch their projects to the show in a snappy 45-second format. A link to the form should be on the screen now.
Think of it as an indie elevator pitch. In the coming weeks and months, we'll share the submissions on social media and highlight them during our upcoming live shows.
To give you an idea of what we're looking for, the FGS team handpicked some of the most anticipated indie games and asked the developers to create their own elevator pitches. And here's what they came up with.
Welcome to the world of Schim. My name is Ewout, I'm one of the developers of the game, and I'm responsible for the programming and art. In Schim, you jump from shadow to shadow. You play as a little shadow creature that got separated from the person. And now it's up to you to find your way back. Along the way, you will also help other Schim that have lost their objects. We will release on PlayStation 4, 5, Xbox, Nintendo Switch and Steam. Get ready to hop around on July 18th.
Hi, I'm Kurt Olson, the creator of the upcoming stealth comedy game, World's Worst Handyman. I'm also a father of 3 with a full-time day job. 5 years ago, I taught myself to code and make games in my spare time. Later, I founded Baby Lumberjack Studio. World's Worst Handyman combines my love for stealth horror games with the charm of Nintendo games. It's a thrilling stealth comedy game for all ages. You play as Doug, an unskilled handyman trying to save his local animal shelter from bankruptcy. Find tools, complete tasks, avoid angry residents, and earn enough money to save the shelter. World's Worst Handyman releases this September. Play the free demo and wishlist the game on Steam to support our small team. Thanks.
Judoro is a stop-motion action-adventure game set in a mystical historic Scotland. We are a dedicated and passionate two-man team making a truly independent game without compromise. In Judoro, you will explore a world full of eccentric stories and handcrafted NPCs. You will overcome challenges with Judoro's combat and possession mechanics. Our favourite part is perhaps the varied and sometimes grotesque bosses the game is replete with. Judoro is coming out this autumn on Steam. Please wishlist and help spread the word. Thank you.
Hey, Future Games Show. Those guys over there are Heavy Lunch Studio, and they've known each other for, 100 years. And in an act of hubris and self-delusion, they decided to make their first video game, Hermit and Pig. It's an adventure RPG about a reclusive old man and his truffle-hunting pig. These two unlikely heroes get drawn into a dangerous conspiracy involving evil corporations, unusually violent animals, hungry townspeople, cultist weirdos, and a giant mythical mushroom. You'll have to dig deep and ask yourself important questions like, can I master the self-defense techniques necessary to survive? Can I overcome my social anxiety to become a hero? And should I really eat every mushroom I find? You can find these answers and more in Hermit and Pig. The demo is available on Steam now.
Thank you to the talented developers who helped us launch this brand new section. Make sure you wishlist Judoro, Hermit and Pig, World's Worst Handyman, and Skim on Steam.
And if you're a game maker who wants to participate in the indie elevator pitch, you can find out more using the link on screen right now. Show us what you got.
Back to our regular programming now, which in this case means another world premiere. This one's a stealth strategy adventure game set in an oppressive cityscape.
I know that you're worried about the war on the continent. But you are my people. and you will come to no harm.
He's not in any trouble. We just want to talk to him.
You told me you wanted out. You and your brother. You said you're done with this, it's too dangerous, not what you wanted.
Find her. She's here somewhere.
I respected your decision because I thought you respected me and my business and everything I've done for you.
This isn't about me.
Oh, it's always about you, Hannah, and now you've brought the police here.
They're looking for Herman. Look, I've no idea what he's done. I don't care. I've just got to find him before they do.
It's only a matter of time. You've set things in motion you don't understand, Hannah.
Eric's Home, The Stolen Dream, is coming soon to PC and consoles. What's next, Roger?
Well, here's a closer look at Run from Mummies, a cooperative dungeon crawler where you play a group of plucky tourists dodging traps to photograph ancient relics.
So, you heard about the tour? All set for the tour? Well, the sights are unforgettable and rife with dangers. The perfect place to bring your friends. So take plenty of pictures. Find souvenirs. There's a whole world out there to discover. One last piece of advice. Run from mummies! Yes, buy it. Oh, blast. Is this recording still up?
Run from Mummies is coming to PC and PS5 in fall 2024, and you can play the demo on Steam after the show.
Up next, we've got a Souls-like side-scroller set in a dark fantasy world. Here's the latest update on Mandragora.
Take me forward, no matter the danger.
Hi everyone, Alex here, Community Marketing Manager at Primal Game Studio. We're currently working on our most ambitious game to date, Mandragora. Mandragora is a 2.5D action RPG side-scroller with deep Metroidvania and Souls-like elements. We're currently working on fine-tuning the many features that will be available in the game, including epic boss fights and a branching talent tree.
Inquisitor, got supplies for your journey upstairs. You deserve better for what you did to that witch, but it's all we've got to spare.
In the full release, expect to find yourself immersed in a narrative crafted by industry legend Brian Mitsoda, known for his work on Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. Meet many characters, all voiced by professional voice actors, including Aisha Salim, known for her work on Overwatch, and find yourself whisked away into the world of Mandragora with a dark fantasy soundtrack composed by Christos Antonio, best known for his work as a member of Sectic Flesh.
2024 is going to be a big year for us as we work towards releasing later this year alongside our new publishing partner, Knight's Peak. We look forward to bringing Mandragora to your PC and consoles and really hope you enjoy playing.
Your passenger is lost. So is this world.
Mandragora from new publisher, Knight's Peak, is coming to PC and consoles later this year.
We're taking a look at Dustborn now. Red Thread Games' road trip adventure. Here's the latest trailer.
They've got their lights on. They're after us! Oh shit! Oh shit!
Sai,
oh shit!
calm down.
Take a deep breath, Sai. Let's pull over. We can handle the police. Pax, maybe put the cargo in a safe place?
Handle the police how, exactly?
You know what cops do to people like us.
Sai, please listen to me.
Says the woman who never listens to anyone! We're so dead!
Stop the car! We'll handle the cops.
Roll down your window.
Huh? What?
The window,
window.
Sai.
Oh, wait. Hi! Hello! Hi, officer. What's going on?
I'll need you people to step out of the vehicle.
You're a loser. How badly did you screw up to get here? Highway patrol in the middle of nowhere?
I was doing just fine, Deviant, until you tried to mess with my head. I said, exit the vehicle!
Hey, officer, watch
Not
the road!
another
Road.
Jesus, fuck!
Ay, Dios mío.
Drive. Drive, Sai, now! Stop it!
That was fucked up.
I wonder if he had time to call us in before... Bam!
Dustborn is coming to PC, PlayStation, and Xbox on August 20th, 2024.
All right, wish lists at the ready, folks, because we've got a sweep of exciting trailers coming up next.
The majestic Albertown, last known bastion of civilization and progress. Become one of our esteemed engineers, and let the illumination of our great leader, William Kane, guide you. Today is your day. Join our annual lottery and plug into your true potential. Prove your worth and ascend to greatness inside Albatross Technologies.
And then she says, I'll be fine. You've seen how much ass I can kick.
Ah, damn. That's so true.
Oh, you're back. Let's keep up the pace and jump straight into our next trailer.
Did you notice that rope tied around his neck? No? Never mind.
I didn't want to do it, but he made me do it. You shouldn't be here.
Numata is a suburban survival horror game from Deadbolt Interactive. It's coming to PC and consoles in 2024.
Our next game takes influence from Hotline Miami and fuses Japanese mythology with contemporary hip-hop. Feast your eyes on Sonokuni.
Sonokuni is a top-down action game from the Danyasa crew, a hip-hop group from Japan that decided to make their own indie game. It's coming soon to PC, but for now, you can wishlist it on Steam.
Eternal Strands is up next, an action game where you use magic, weapons, and climbing skills to take down enormous monsters. Here's the latest trailer.
So after all the legends, this is it. The Enclave.
Bryn, you need to get out of there, now!
I was made for this, Aurea.
Weavers have known about this safe zone in the Vale's shadow for decades. No one's been this close in years. My hope is that we're going to find artifacts from the Enclave itself deeper into the shadow. You can...
This place holds mysteries beyond our wildest dreams. It's time to uncover them.
Eternal Strands is coming soon, but if you're eager for more, we'll be airing an interview with the developers during our official post-show, the Future Games Show Expansion Pack.
The expansion pack airs directly after the summer showcase, so stick around for a closer look at today's games and some extra world premieres.
For this next section, the FGS team handpicked some of the most exciting Unreal Engine 5 projects to provide an eye-popping glimpse into the future. Let's check it out. 5 showcase. Be sure to follow them on social media to keep up with these projects as they evolve.
Now, as we all know, the only good bug is a dead bug.
And there's been plenty of virtual pest control going on this year.
But how about some more? Up next, we have a juicy update on Starship Troopers Extermination.
Hi, I'm Peter Maurice. I'm the project lead for Starship Troopers Extermination. I'm here to tell you a little bit about the exciting new update coming to the game called Carnage on Planet X11. The Carnage system itself is basically persistent bug bodies everywhere in the world. They don't go away. We're bringing the movie into the video game.
Being able to climb on top of the bug piles to get the best vantage point over the bugs.
It's a system that we've developed in-house from the ground up. It's really all about bringing carnage and the war to the bugs and being able to show the persistent damage throughout the world. I'm so excited to share it with the community. Planet X11 is deep within the Tibanus system in the Arachnid Quarantine Zone. We're setting this planet within the rings of a gas giant. It's draped in mystery. We are going there to defend the T-Fang array. It's the most important listing post in the Federation, and it's crucial to Federation operations that we secure it. Planet X11 is our first attempt in Starship Troopers to combine indoor combat environments with outdoor combat environments. Planet X11 offers us an opportunity to see what battling the bugs inside Federation buildings is really like. Weak Point's something we've really been excited to finally bring into the game. We've added armor to our bugs. And the weak point on the bug is where you can easily take down a bug if you know how to aim with the right weapon. Weak Points add in some more nuance and more depth into gunplay, and that's what Weak Points is allowing us to do. Working on Starship Troopers Extermination has been a dream come true for me. It's something that I really enjoy coming and working on every day. Being able to bring those movie moments into a video game for the rest of the world to experience has been so much fun.
Grab your friends and suit up in Starship Troopers Extermination, which is available now on Steam.
We're following up on that bombshell with our third and final yearbook edition. Let's throw it over to Supermassive Games and Behavior Interactive for a deep dive into the casting of Frank Stone.
From the minds behind Dead by Daylight and the Dark Pictures anthology, please welcome the casting of Frank Stone into our future game show Wants to Watch yearbook. This single-player horror adventure lets you define your own story in the expanded world of the iconic action horror game Dead by Daylight. Players follow an ensemble of intrepid young filmmakers as they set out to film their own home movie at a murder site steeped in tragic history. Prepare to be posed with fate-changing choices, challenging puzzles, and death-defying QTEs as you guide the cast through eerie environments and shocking twists, dodging grisly deaths along the way. The casting of Frank Stone is coming to PS5, Xbox Series S and X, and PC in 2024. And to give you a closer look at this exciting collaboration, let's throw it over to our friends at Behavior Interactive and Supermassive Games.
For the longest time on Dead by Daylight, we knew that we wanted to offer different types of experience to our players. And a single-player narrative experience is definitely one of them. And our fans have been requesting it quite a lot. So obviously, Supermassive Games, with their pedigree, their portfolio of game, is the perfect partner to deliver that fantastic horror experience.
The casting of Frank Stone is a classic, supermassive, cinematic adventure game.
Wait, I'm coming with you.
It's an unashamed horror experience. It's a story that we've been thinking around for quite a long time, and it really fits the omniverse idea that underpins a lot of the Dead by Daylight lore, and so it kind of slipped together as a very natural fit.
It all starts with our 1963 storyline, which is investigation of a missing child, which leads us into a very dark, quite grisly serial killer horror story. But as the story unfolds from there, things go in different directions, and we bring in a lot of different subgenres of horror.
Think that belongs to the boy you're looking for?
The main influences were always to try to be the mystic, something you could actually believe happens, something that you can understand, relate to. At the same time, part of it you don't understand and it creates a mystery. We're always going back to the classic slasher horror movies and characters that we learn to love and hate at the same time.
What?
One thing we really latched onto quickly was the idea of how a piece of creative art could become a vehicle for horror. And in our case, that's a Super 8 film that's being made by a group of teenage characters on the site of an infamous serial killer's crimes. And that felt like a vehicle where we could bring in other influences of horror that we really like.
Either of you heard of Murder Mill?
Right off the start of the project, talking with Supermassive, we connected because we're passionate about horror and we basically get our inspiration from the same sources. So it was great talking with them and seeing that a lot of the sources for inspiration they're using have been the same that we've been looking into at the genesis of Dead by Daylight. So in that sense, our fans and also new players that will experience this can see that both titles are from the same lineage. So for fans of Supermassive games that still haven't stepped into the fog of Dead by Daylight, this is going to be a great first step.
Come on, people! We got a movie to make!
The casting of Frank Stone is coming later this year. And with that, we've wrapped up our Ones to Watch yearbook for the summer showcase. Go team!
It also means we're closing in on the end of the show. But that doesn't mean that we're done with the world premieres. Here's one more.
Ooh.
I love treasures. It's nice to have someone else do the dirty work for you. And only that annoying mongoose always ruins everything. Nicoderico, you and your friends can't stop me.
Nico de Rico is an all-new mascot platformer from developer Via Games as part of the new publishing label Knight's Peak, which was announced today. It's coming soon to PC and consoles.
You might have seen our next game before. It blew up on social media for its hyper-realistic graphics. Here's the latest trailer for Body Cam.
body cam is out now on Steam, so go check it out.
All right, it's time for our final trailer. And with keeping with tradition, this one is a super special world premiere.
But before we wrap things up, I have one small question for you, Roger Clark. Aerith or Tifa?
That's interesting. I feel like that's kind of a loaded question in this scenario.
Oh, no. It's just a hypothetical, you know? There's no wrong answers.
Okay, well, you see, that's really interesting, you know?
It's taking you a long time to answer this.
Well, if I had to choose between Tifa and Aerith, I think I would have to go with... That was a quick taste of what's to come from Woodrunner Games, an indie studio featuring developers who worked on Cuphead and Rick and Morty.
The game's full reveal is expected later this year.
Which would coincide with the next Future Games show. Interesting. Britt, I hate to say goodbye, but that's a wrap on the Summer Showcase.
Oh, man. You know what, though? I'm just glad we got to do this together. We were outlaws to the end.
Damn right we were. Thanks for sharing the stage with me. And cheers to all of you guys for tuning in. But don't leave just yet, cowboy, because we've got the post-show coming up right after this with more trailers and deep dives on the way.
There'll also be tons of follow-up content on GamesRadar.com and our FGS social channels on YouTube and TikTok.
Finally, before we take off, we'd also like to thank the hardworking developers, trailer makers, PR representatives, and everyone across the games industry who worked with us to make this summer showcase a reality. Even in such turbulent times, we couldn't have done it without you.
Don't forget to head to the Future Games Show.
Hello friends and welcome to the Future Game Show Expansion Pack, the official post-show of the Summer Showcase. I'm Jules from the Future Game Show YouTube channel and I'm joined by my fellow FGS hosts Nathan and Matt, as well as horror expert and presenter Ash Milburn. Guys, welcome to the Expansion Pack.
Hello.
How's it feel?
It's good. It's good. It's nice to be back.
Excelente. Now, I know your Steam wish list has probably grown a mile long thanks to all the reveals in this year's Summer Showcase, but don't close that tab yet, as we've got even more news to share with you here on the Expansion Pack. As well as debuting some exclusive trailers, we're going to check in with the development teams behind some of the most exciting games that appeared in today's show. And, of course, our esteemed panel will be here every step of the way to chop it up and dissect the great games that we've got to show you. With that in mind, let's jump right into our first feature. Here's an interview with the team behind Starship Troopers Extermination.
The brave troopers of the Deep Space Vanguard have begun the fight on Valaka. Thanks to their unwavering efforts, we have successfully started taking back the planet and the Thara system. However, the battle is far from over.
Starship Troopers Extermination is an online multiplayer first-person shooter, and it's set in the sci-fi universe of the movies, where the players are assuming the role of the mobile infantry. They're the protectors of the human race's militaristic space empire, and they basically have to wipe out the bug menace from planet to planet. Hello, I'm Chaz Barker from Offworld Industries, and I'm the lead game designer working on Starship Troopers Extermination.
Hello everyone, I'm Peter Maurice. I'm the project lead for Starship Troopers Extermination here at Offworld Industries.
From my point of view, I've been a huge fan since I saw the movie back in '96, and then to have the opportunity to work on it as a professional game designer has been one of the highlights of my career.
The great partnership we have with Sony Pictures, they've allowed us to actually introduce a lot of different things into the canon of Starship Troopers. You know, we have 5 films to work from, so some of the coolest things we've introduced is not even from the films. It's new bugs like the Inferno bug, new weapons that we've added into the game that now officially become canon. I think the thing that I am most proud of that we've been introducing into the game is the new worlds that we're introducing into the lore, like the new Planet X11. These are all new worlds to explore in the universe, and I think it's really serving the community well, serving the canon of Starship Troopers extremely well, and it's introducing new things.
Troopers, reinforcements are limited, so make sure you keep everyone alive down there.
With the introduction of the engineer class especially, it's been fun seeing some of the beta testers just, stack buildings on top of each other and create their own structures and bring their own creativity to it.
When we introduced the engineer class, we entered it as something that they would, use out in the field, defending areas. But they've taken it to a whole new level, and seeing some of the structures they're building to get to places we never intended them to get to. So we are adjusting our design to make sure we allow them to find the fun around every corner instead of finding a bug. Well, if they find a bug, that's okay too, but we're going to arm them to take that bug down pretty quick. If you love cooperative first-person shooters in alien worlds that's fun and accessible, and you're a fan of Starship Troopers, you're going to have double the fun in our game. It is meant for you.
Thank you to Offworld for that deep dive into Starship Troopers Extermination. It's available on Steam right now, so grab your mates and get cracking. I don't know about you guys there, but I'm ready to do my part and fend off the bug menace. We actually jumped in for a game or two together recently, and there's a lot going on in this game. You've got extermination of 1 million bugs, you've got base building, you've got class systems to choose from. It was a lot to go through, but we had a bit of a good time, didn't we? In fact, Matt, you actually spoke to the developers recently, didn't you?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think that's one of the things that really surprised me about it, right, is it's in early access. They're on their 0.7 update right now. But there's already so much in the game, and they've already changed so much. Like the introduction of classes, and like you say, the base building is really unique. There's so much to sink your teeth into. And the 0.8 update is on its way at the end of June, and that's going to add their Carnage mode, which sounds awesome.
Carnage mode?
Yeah, so now, instead of killing a bug and eventually the body disappearing, all the bodies are going to remain on the battlefield at all times.
Oh, wow.
So when you're base defending at the end, bugs are going to start piling over each other over the walls. It's going to be absolutely carnage.
I was going to say, I think the greatest compliment I can give this game is that I do have PTSD after playing it. I feel like I've been in an off-world war with these bugs. Like, it was madness. Like, they were coming from every angle at some points, and I was just like, I can't take it anymore!
I think I learned, very early on that I'm not very good at FPS games. That is true. But, I had a blast when I was given the job of, you go to the turret, Jules, you man that turret, and you kill anything that moves coming towards it. And I was like, I'm in my happy place now. This is great.
But I thought that was what was fascinating. It's very natural that we all found our roles in it.
Yeah.
I found I was kind of repairing our base until I got to a point where I felt like a parent, and I was like, no one is looking after this base. I'm fixing every door, and these bugs are still getting it, and so I just abandoned everyone.
Hey, at least you're on the inside of that base.
Yeah, I was stuck on the outside of the base for a while. I could have done with some of those bodies of bugs piling up so I could make myself a ladder to get in. But,
I love the thought of you going around afterwards in the Carnage mode, just sweeping them up, like, my base!
All these bugs!
I think it really does capture the essence of Starship Troopers, though, which is that kind of satire, that patriotism that's kind of goofy and gory, and, just the look of it is so Starship Troopers. And I know that's the name of the game, but come on, it's hard to nail, isn't it? You really want to feel that film feeling, and that they've taken such inspiration from the series, and not just the first film as well, and drawn from all of the areas of the series is really nice to see too.
Oh yeah, definitely. And I love the fact that the bugs are genuinely scary as well, because you start off and you think, okay, cool, I'll kill a few of these guys left, right and centre, and it's like, that's a special variant, that's a giant bombardier one, oh dear, they're appearing underneath the ground right in front of us and behind us. It's like, okay, maybe I'm not as confident in my survival as I thought I was when I first got off here. But yeah, I love the tone, like you were saying. It's bombastic in every sense of the word. And the amount of bodies that they're going to be on screen alive or dead. It's going to be
mad.
crazy.
It's going to be absolutely mad. And yeah, and like leaning into what you said, right? Like the community has really taken it all on board, and there are people like full on role playing in that game, like they're part of Rico's Roughnecks and shouting and screaming at each other. You know, it's absolutely brilliant. And the community are really responsive. Like all of those updates that have come, they've added stuff in to help the community have more fun in the game, like the engineer class, which allows you to build these crazy structures. At first they were like, oh, that's probably a bit high. We don't want people going hundreds of feet in the air, but people are having fun with it, so I guess we'll just make it a feature now of the game, right? And that's part of the beauty of that early access development that they're able to do. I'm going to continue through. So 0.8 is on the way, and then 1.0 release. See what comes with that.
Well, I think that the good people at home have heard enough about our worryingly intricate bug murdering strategies. Just remember that Starship Troopers Extermination is available now on Steam. But let's just calm things down a little bit, shall we? Because we've got a trailer for an adorable party game now that should cleanse your palate. Let's take a look. Now, Runout is coming soon, but you can wishlist it now on Steam. Now, you all remember Eternal Strands from today's showcase. It was the physics-based action game where you climb on towering monsters and use elemental magic to traverse the environment. Well, we've got an overview from the developers coming up next that digs into one of the game's colossal boss fights.
Eternal Strands is a third-person action adventure in which you play a young woman named Bryn who belongs to a magical tradition known as Weavers. These folks have been on the outs since a devastating event called the Surge left them without a homeland. As Bryn, you'll get to combine both weaponry, such as bows, two-handers, swords, and shields, with incredible magical abilities, with an arsenal that grows over time as you tackle massive creatures, and do so in a rich physics sandbox.
I'm Frédéric Saint-Laurent, game director at Yellow Brick.
And I'm Mike Laidlaw, the chief creative officer, but really a project-wise creative director. The four of us that co-founded the company had sort of some shared interests, I would say. All of those kind of games that make you feel very much like you are a fantasy superhero in a way, right? Where you're going up against these titanic creatures. And that was kind of the idea, was this shared passion for something like that.
I've been fascinated by physics-based game for a very long time. Like I like kind of the toyish aspect of them. Like sometimes ridiculous, sometimes like very inventive. One thing I wanted to pull off with this one was trying to push the physics gameplay into more of an action adventure and how to apply that to combat. With the angle of trying to bring physicality to the power, not just a bunch of ethics. It's been really driving the design of every one of the powers.
Our tech team, they have some incredible understanding of the universe. They've created this space where every power is a physical entity.
My hope is the players will create synergies that we haven't thought of, coming up with our own innovative strategy. If a drake breathes fire on a pot of water, you're going to have all of a sudden this gigantic wall of vapor that's going to get generated, so it's going to hide. You'll be able to hide inside it from the drake because he'll lose line of sight with you.
And I think, honestly, a lot of our philosophy comes down to, boy, it'd be really cool if it weren't always the same fight. They appear in different levels, they appear in different level conditions. Is it cold? Is it hot? And where did I first meet them? Because they wander the levels, right? All of those things create emergent variety. And to us, that emergent variety is a big part of sort of our boss design philosophy. They're not just in an arena.
thank you to Mike and Fred from Yellow Brick Games for the deep dive on Eternal Strands, which is coming soon. I mean, gang, what do we think of that? That was crazy. The boss fights shown off in there. It's kind of like Shadow of the Colossus meets Breath of the Wild, smashing together, and I definitely want more of that.
I think one of the things I really loved about it is when we got a chance to look at it, we saw the same boss fight 3 times, which I think is hugely confident, because it was Yellow Brick saying, look, here's the same boss fight, but here's all the different ways you can do it. And one of the things they really stressed to us was those powers, you know, the fire, the ice, the telekinesis, the amount of player creativity that they offer you is huge, and how you mix and match them to fight the Archpeak Dragon. And so we just got to see all these different ways to fight it. You know, they were like using ice to stick the dragon to the floor, they were climbing on its back and flying through the environment. It just looks like you're going to have so much kind of creativity in how you tackle these fights.
And of course, our collective favourite one of just hurl a giant piece of cinder block into its face. Brick to the face. Who would know that that's a strategy?
That's how I deal with most of my problems. It's just brick to the face.
Yeah, ancient pillar thrown across. Let's go.
Are you guys like preferable to like bow or sword? Because there was obviously the option to switch between weapons that's going on. Do you find that you're more of a ranged attack, or like getting up close and personal?
I definitely just like stabbing. That's just like a
no in the
personal
game.
thing.
Not in the game.
Oh, both. No, I am a big fan of good sword mechanics and melee and getting up close and seeing all the beautiful details and different things you can do. So I definitely think I'm definitely a sword girly, but the bow and arrow combat that we saw in the Ashpeak Dragon was very appealing as well, and like seeing the highlights of different weak spots and stuff and different parts you could aim for. I thought that was very intuitive and kind of lent itself to some strategic gameplay for being able to go, okay, I'm going to get the head, I'm going to get the leg, I'm going to shoot out a wing, like being able to make it quite precise. It just looks good. It looks like good bow, good sword, really inventive, creative magic. Like what?
Because that's what I find fascinating. I think is you can mix up your attack patterns. So can the bosses. So you're going to have to kind of think on the fly and use your bow or use your sword or use your fire. It looks like you're kind of really evenly matched.
I think my favourite thing, or the thing I'm looking forward to the most with Eternal Strands, is literally finishing it, which sounds like a par, but I mean, like, I'm looking forward to finish it so I can go through again and try everything differently.
I want to tell you what, it's going to encourage those sort of like hyper speed run focused players who go like, okay, how do we bring down this boss as quickly as possible? Because if you think that you've got gravity spells, ice spells, fire spells, environmental setups that you could potentially get before the fight begins, there's probably going to be like a 1 or 2 hit combo that you can do by getting everything to hit it all at once. And I'm totally looking forward to people breaking this game in the best way possible.
Well, the bit Mike and Fred said, which I loved, was I asked them, you know, has anyone on the development team done anything that surprised you with the powers? And they were just like, oh, every day someone does something that we go, we didn't think of that, and that's completely cool and a totally different way of thinking of things. Because it's not just offensively as well. Like you see this great section where Bryn puts ice like around herself to create a shield, and also, you know, that dragon changes how it attacks. So Bryn is then kind of, you have got to change how you are going to attack. And so I think there's this constant creativity with mixing all the powers, but also, you know, going on the offensive, going on the defensive. It just looks like every single moment, I think, is going to be completely unique.
Indeed, it will be. But sorry to put a stop to all of the monster hunting chit-chat, because we've got an exclusive trailer coming up next. But before we move on, remember, Eternal Strands can be wishlisted right now, and it is coming soon. So okay, everybody, feast your eyes on this next game. A phantasmagorical time loop adventure where you deliver a pizza to a cannibal's manor.
Another one?
I know. What?
You're in suspended animation in a tank on a space station. Somewhere out there, your skin glowing with radiation, but I'm growing impatient. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Up through
right. Get yourselves over to Steam because Tamarindo's freaking dinner is out right now. Literally right now. And I cannot wait to play. What? Ready? Shh. Right. Okay. Well, there's no time to catch your breath here, though, because we've got even more exciting trailers coming up next. Can I please have a go?
He said, shh.
Can you imagine what we can do with their support? How many things we can do better and faster?
You lose everything.
Damn!
Polska pamiętliwa, ale sprawiedliwa.
We mnie te parchanty!
Bewegung, Bewegung!
The whole world is on fire.
Делайте кшута!
Don't forget that you can find more info about the games that you've seen here today on GamesRadar.com. Time for another feature now. We've put together an interview with the solo developer behind Dystopica, the cyberpunk city builder that popped up during today's show.
Yes, you could build a dystopic shrine to your cat, or you could stage a marriage proposal in there. I don't know. I'm trying to enable people to do all kinds of wacky things. Cats are like the go-to for like bringing your own content. Cat. I am Matt Marshall, and I am the designer, the artist, the programmer, the producer, the QA tester. I'm doing everything on Dystopica. Dystopica is a city-building sandbox for creating atmospheric, cinematic, visually stunning, futuristic sci-fi cities. There's no goals, there's no management. It's just about building and creating. It's for people like me who always played SimCity with the cheat codes on. They just wanted to relax and create stuff and listen to the soundtrack. So it's very much inspired by that, but in a cyberpunk universe. The core idea came about, I started traveling just over a year ago. I sold everything that I owned. I reduced my whole life to a single backpack, got rid of my apartment and everything. And I just went off to Asia, a part of the world I've never been to before. And it's just been inspired by cities like Hanoi, Bangkok, wandering around at 3 a.m, in Osaka in Japan. I went from like a 3-monitor superpowered workstation to just my 14-inch laptop. It's actually been very meditative. It's actually brought a lot of focus back into my work, having to work with one monitor again. On a whim, I added this giant holographic whale that appears sometimes, but that was actually like just a random model I had from the first game I did like 10 years ago, which was a Windows Phone 8 exclusive for some reason. Like people go whale hunting, trying to push the buildings together and apart and just try to understand what spawns it. I'm making it a little bit easier, but there's still going to be a couple of fun little Easter eggs in 1.0, which is coming soon. I think what success looks like for me is more people coming and creating things and sharing it with the community. Discord is the best place to join the community. They're sharing photos of their creations. They're sharing short stories, and it's just been a really great place to talk about the game and where it can go in the future. People are doing things with the game that I didn't even know was possible, and they are using photo mode to tell these like short science fiction stories in the cities that they create. What's next for me, I think, is really just building more tools to support the things I want to do. I want to add mod support to it down the road, and I'm hoping to open that up gradually with the community after release, after learning a little bit about what they want from the game and trying to build sort of that feature roadmap with the community in mind. So I've added the ability to like import images to the billboards, or down the road I'm hoping to import your own soundtracks or your own buildings. So I'm really hoping to build a future where people can bring in the content they want and tell the stories that they want to in this little city sandbox that I've built. Dystopica is coming to Steam on June 21st. It's going to cost about a bowl of ramen, and it's just a 1.0 release. It's just the departure point. It's a passion project for me, and I look forward to working with the community to build more content, more features, and doing crazy things with it down the road.
Thank you to Matt for talking to us about Dystopica. We've also got a longer version of that interview landing on the FGS YouTube channel next week, which was done by Tom over here, who's joining us on the panel. Now, you got to have a good old chat and a lot of hands-on time with this game. What are your thoughts, mate?
My first and longer initial thoughts after playing for hours and hours and hours is it's the most meditative game I've ever played. It's the most stress-relieving, like pressure relieving on your brain. You know, when you've been playing too much and everything's kind of crowding in a little bit more and you can feel that stress at your temples. It's that, obviously sometimes it's just nice to go outside and touch some grass, but also if it's dark and you have to stay inside, this is just a fantastic stress reliever. It's a great game. Matt is a lovely, lovely guy, and he's really thinking about a community with this game and having feedback and also giving the community tools to influence the game. And yeah, it's unlike any other game I've ever really played.
Yeah, I think looking at it from my first glance, I was like, oh, it'll have some sort of story to it that's about, you know, it's going to be very dystopian and about the horrors of humanity and greed. And actually, I'm so much more interested in it that it's just this game about, like, playing it and getting into a kind of hypnotic rhythm. And it's the perfect game, I think, for, like, being in bed, headphones on, you know, and just totally getting mesmerised by it.
Oh, and then you can listen to that banging soundtrack that's playing throughout. That's something that I'll probably be listening to outside of playing the game because it is just so calming and just neon rich. Although, to be fair, the fact that you can add your own images into it may make it into an absolute meme city that I'm imagining you will be creating, Ash.
Oh yeah, overlords of cats everywhere. No, I think it's one of those special kind of games that, like, I am like a horror fan, so looking at something like this, and you can see the horrors of it. You can see it's dark, it's miserable, if you want to see it that way. It's moody, it's atmospheric, and that all of that is there. I don't know, I just find that so interesting. Like, I find it even more appealing, and that you can make your own story and go, actually, yeah, that, like, all these people are working away and dying in the lower areas, and then the ones up top are rich and luxurious. But also, you know, someone else can look at it completely differently and go, oh yeah, chill, great. I'm making some buildings, I'm having a nice time. Maybe it's just a city full of robots where everything's like works, and it's the far-flung future where it might not look idyllic to a human, but for our robots, you know, people, it's a great time. So yeah, I think that kind of sense of creativity with it is really, really nice.
Well, my friends, this show and tell session has been a good bit of fun, hasn't it? Remember that there is a demo available for Dystopica on Steam, so you can go and make your own imagined futures, whether they are brilliant or bleak. Oh, and while you're there, drop in a wish list, won't you lovely person? But it's sad to say that we are coming to the end of the expansion pack now. In advance of us scooting off, though, we're going to leave you with a teaser trailer. Now, before we filmed this year's summer showcase, we had Roger and Britt interview each other about their careers, their characters, and everything in between. It was as fun and as silly as you might expect. And now, you can take a look.
Hey, how's it going, everyone? We're here to welcome you to the Future Games Show. I'm still waiting for that coffee.
Yeah. Hello. Well, should we start with a question?
I have no idea what's in these.
Neither do I. I'm a little nervous.
What video game or TV show defined your childhood?
Oh, gosh.
He's holding a human ear, obviously, because frogs don't have ears. So what else was he going to hold up?
Okay. Ooh, what was your first role in video games?
Oh, that's easy.
I only will play as Yoshi, still to this day.
Because he was the smaller target.
Oh, couldn't say the word Spartan.
And he says to me, what is Red Dead Redemption 2? Well, I didn't want to make him feel bad.
Meeting your heroes and they're impressed with you.
I'm not going to lie to you, it brought tears to my eyes.
Some would say too many, in my opinion.
Poppity peppity, lolly looly.
Show some respect, you know?
Yeah. So I went in and I'm saying cherries, bananas, pineapples, you know?
Whoa.
That's the tough one. I actually got TB. I got it. I got better, though.
I actually ride the Chocobo to the studio.
You smell like your shit took a shit.
Very, very top secret.
They're all ex-murderers trying to hide from the police.
Oh, and now everyone knows your secret.
Can you do it again, but not as shit?
Peter Piper picked up Becca Peppers, and Becca Peppers, speed perfect, you know, like a lot of those.
Story mode for me.
Oh, thank you. Let's go get those coffees with half and half.
And you can learn more about the legends behind Arthur Morgan and Tifa Lockhart right now, because the interview is live over on the Future Games Show YouTube channel, so check that out after we wrap things up here. But with that, my friends, we have reached the end of the post-show. Big round of applause for the panel in the studio, and a huge shout out to the developers for putting together those trailers and deep dives. Remember, you can search Future Games Show on Steam to check out our dedicated page with all of the games in the Summer Showcase and everything you saw right here on the expansion pack. We're also going to be posting a trailers-only version of the show exclusively to our FGSX feed for everyone who wants a back-to-back recap of all the exciting games we featured. Oh, and if you want to re-watch any of today's trailers, you'd be wise to subscribe to the FGS YouTube channel. It'll also mean you get to see more of our smiling faces, and we've got plenty of follow-up content prepared to see you through to the next show. And speaking of which, we'll be back in August for the next Future Games Show. So until then, goodbye, my friends, and take care of yourself. Bye-bye.